practice. Now, let's take, for example, the principle of transparency, which we hear often in AI. Now, transparency may look very different if you look at a financial AI system which defines decisions around mortgage allocation from a system which optimizes crop output in agriculture. Now, the consequences of those systems will be ethically relevant. They will be very different, and what we count as the appropriate level of transparency will be very different. So the point here is the principles need to be broken down in a manageable way. And the final point I would make is that when we talk about ethics of AI, there are at least two things we're talking about. One is about practices of people who actually do AI research and development, and maybe the IEEE work is an example that informs how that can be done. At the same time, when we talk about ethics in AI, we talk about a much higher level and much more abstract discourse, namely the question of what's the world going to live in, and what role does technology have, what should technology have in helping us achieve that goal. Now, I think those are two very different questions, even though they're clearly related, but they're very different. One is very high-level abstract policy, the other one is much more low-level and practice-oriented. Now, I think both of these are important questions. I think they need to inform each other so that we make sure that policy decisions are informed by robust scientific evidence, and that practice is informed by societal understanding of what counts as appropriate and acceptable.
Thank you. Thank you. Dorothy, what do you think are the legal and ethical elements that need to be addressed in an ethical and normative framework on AI?
I think that's difficult. I think that as we're talking, we need to kind of remind ourselves that at the moment we are very much in the experimental phase of AI. And like you, I find it difficult. We're having a conversation where we're talking about AI, but when we look at the field of AI and the applications of AI, it's extremely broad. But the main thing is that we know that it's very experimental at this stage. We're in the early stages of learning how to do this. If we look at the legal implications, law is, when it comes to technology, when it comes to technology, we know that our legal frameworks are not keeping up with technology. One of the things that I find very interesting is the area of operator competence. How well designed is the AI application that you have on the market? What are the systems you have internally to improve and keep up to date that particular solution? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so if there's any lawyers on the panel, I'll be happy to hear how legally we deal with those kind of issues. But I think that we have, for me, I'd like to bring it back to the IFAP set of issues, because I'm here as the chair of IFAP. And I think that what is very clear is it doesn't matter which country, but perhaps even more so in developing countries, we really need to educate decision makers at the state level in conjunction with non-state actors coming from the private sector and of course civil society to really be able to have useful multi-stakeholder dialogue around these issues. I don't think it's useful to call people around the table when they haven't got the background to be able to take sensible decisions or have sensible discussions. So that is one of the things that we have a challenge with. And then from the information literacy point of view, information literacy meaning the skills and capabilities people have to be able to make use and understand the opportunities that are being offered by the various technologies. I think we have to do a whole lot more work there to educate the general public to understand what are the positives, what are the negatives. It's not just about the robot taking my job, it's not about weapons of mass destruction. It's about being able to learn easier, all the things that we can usually say to do with that topic. So I think that getting more information out to decision makers as well as general information literacy is really important.
Thank you. Edson, perhaps rather than ask a question, just any final thoughts that you might have, just 2 minutes, of things that you feel should be considered in this discussion that perhaps we haven't looked at so far.
Thank you so much. My final thoughts is it's based on my first thoughts. In fact, I believe we need to have a wide discussion about human rights in the digital age. That's the main issue for me. I believe the human rights are not well understood, are also incomplete. If you see several initiatives, like the Huntington Institute, IEEE and others, you see that you have new problems that appear because of the recession now in the future of technology. So if you want to create technology that will promote the well-being of the people that can leverage or improve the standard of life and quality of living, you need to discuss human rights, and all actors should understand the human rights, but not only the human rights as according to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, but you have other human rights because of other problems that are not appear in the age, in the moments that human rights were created. I will give some more examples. One of the main examples is related to the children's rights. Children are very vulnerable and are not emphasized in the Human Rights Declaration. We have a principle like right to be forgotten that can create a lot of big issues to children in the future. We have a problem relation of profile that can have a lot of big issues. In fact, that already have a lot of big issues, automating inequality and so on. So my main suggestion is create or establish a wider conversation about the human rights, thinking in terms of technology. In fact, my recommendation is to revise or revisit the Human Rights Declaration. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Emma?
I'm hoping to get a chance to say something about fair and accountable, transparent machine learning. So I'll scare you a little bit and quote an 1884 philosopher, William Clifford, who made the point that believing responsibly is a moral obligation. And we are talking of epistemic belief here. The reasons that he gave for this claim is that our beliefs influence our actions. Weak measures or weak practices of belief formation make for irresponsible believers. And our beliefs influences other beliefs, but we don't want our beliefs to contaminate other beliefs. In terms of fair and transparent machine learning, I think what we can take from this, two suggestions. There is a to and fro in terms of the moral obligation of believing responsibly. It's from the public side, from the industry side, and from the machine learning practitioner side. Firstly, we have to address structural bias by making use of machine learning techniques themselves. They are honed to pick up patterns and anomalies. So what better way to zone in onto structural bias than making use of machine learning practices themselves? And secondly, I think we need to maybe take a leaf out of the economic and natural sciences, where the validity of the law is always claimed within a certain context, within certain categories, barriers, or all things being equal conditions. We need such conditions under which machine learning decisions and predictions should be interpreted and implemented. Thank you.
Thanks very much. You want to go next? Again, we're down to probably just a minute and a half now, but if you do have some final thoughts that you'd like to.
Well, I think that, first of all, I think that it's really wonderful that at the early stage of AI development, as what's been described as the experimental stage of the AI development, we are starting this kind of a discussion, pondering about all the kind of, ethical issues and potential risks and so on. So that's actually, I think, a very healthy trend. But at the same time, I would also hope that we can advance more, because I think that, I think in the last few years we were having a lot of this more general discussion. But I think we need to move on. So I think that the kind of report that you're writing, I think that that's really, I think, very important to gather the kind of consensus we can reach, and also to gather where our points are different, and make that clear so that our discussion can advance along those lines. Thank you.
Simon?
Finally speaking, quantum computers and more clever algorithms will be so important. But global explosion of data will be very essential for AI and the world. There must not be unfair data collection. We need a new framework of fair access of data for AI. This is maybe one of the main issues of G20 in Japan this year, and of OECD and UNESCO.
Thank you. Finally, Sang-woo. Okay, thank you. I'd like to repeat in a slightly different way all the points made by my colleagues here. I think it's really important to have a global level ethical consideration of AI, mainly because we have huge uncertainties with respect to the AI impact, how AI will be developed, and how humans are going to react to these technologies. It's not just the epistemological uncertainties, we just don't know about this. It's more like institutional uncertainties, meaning that we actually use our power of decision-making at the global level to make the future of AI living together with human beings in a better way. And that's a more constructive way of looking at the uncertainties of AI, which can be reserved by this global level international ethical framework. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. So I'll just finish by trying to pull together, as I've been asked to do, sort of 5 key points. So I think perhaps one of the main messages is firstly the power of AI to influence and change behaviors and change even experience. And I would perhaps say that for me the key difference between an AI system and a human is the experience. And that is at the heart of what must drive our ethical considerations. And hopefully AI can enhance our experience, both personally and globally. And that is what we should be aiming to achieve. Now there are huge issues being raised in terms of the biases and the agency, the power of non-perspectives that has been mentioned, and particularly that's effect in developing countries. And is that really enabling choice then and capability? Probably not. So we need to take action to offset that, if you like, pre-bias that is being hoisted onto all continents potentially. However, we must overlook the huge potential for AI to do enormously positive effects, say, for example, in education, in tackling challenges that are facing humanity, the Sustainable Development Goals, and so on. We must always bear in mind at the heart we want to empower humans, and that must mean empowering them also in their human rights, their privacy, and to offset any potential misuse of AI at the political level. And as we've seen in the creation of information bubbles, that AI creates a complex dynamical system, as a colleague, Marco Grolnik, has commented, and we need to understand that operation of that dynamical system and how it can be influenced both in different countries and globally. And we need to give people the tools with which to influence that dynamical system in a positive way. So I think that, for me, have been the main points, and we need research on policy and effects on society in order to understand that dynamical system and how we can best carry forward the dynamical allocation of ethical considerations rather than some fixed set of rules that we might need to be continually updating and thinking about how things are developing and how they might be better implemented. So on that note, I will draw this to a close. Thank all of our panel.
Hello everybody, how you doing? Thank you so much, panelists. Let's give them a round of applause.